Our third and final speaker for this evening is going to be speaking from project number 10. Why is that significant? Because the Competent Communicator Manual takes you through 10 projects. And by the end of that project, you are a competent communicator. So it is a very significant milestone in the life of a Toastmaster, and we are very pleased to share that privilege with Alyssa tonight. With a speech entitled, The Power of Giving, Alyssa Tresh. Please welcome to the stage, Alyssa Tresh with a speech entitled, The Power of Giving.
A few weeks ago, I was approached by one of our newer Toastmasters members. This person wanted me to help them with one of their speeches, and of course I jumped at this opportunity because I love helping our fellow Toastmasters, and I love seeing them develop and grow. But the trouble is, as that day came, I was sitting at work and I was feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work I had to do. I was stressed out, and I really didn't have time to help someone with the Toastmasters speech. But I turned up anyway because I didn't want to let this person down, and I'm sure glad I turned up, because as I sat down that day and began to listen to this person speak, I could see and I could feel how much it meant to that person that I was giving up my time to share my ideas and to share my knowledge. I left the room that day feeling motivated and feeling inspired to continue on my Toastmasters journey and to continue to help my fellow Toastmasters on their journey too. So Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, this power of giving should not come as an unfamiliar concept to you. But I'm going to take a minute or two tonight just to remind you all of the benefits of giving. So I'd like to start with a couple of examples. So raise your hand if you've ever held the lift door for someone who's in a rush. Everyone, great. How about this? Have you ever stopped to give someone directions on the street? How about this one? Have you ever stopped just to say good morning or hello to a complete stranger? Fantastic. So we've all partaken in this power of giving or this acts of kindness, and I'm sure you all know how you felt afterwards. You might have felt happier, or you might have felt more optimistic about your day ahead, or maybe it just simply brought a smile to your face. What we know about the power of giving is that the act of kindness does not have to be extravagant, but the benefits of it will always far outweigh the time and energy that you have to put in. Now, a number of scientific studies have proven this. They've proven that giving makes us happier, it makes us healthier, it improves our sense of well-being. Studies have also proven that giving can help us to manage our stress levels and reduce rates of depression and even improve our self-esteem. So giving, as we can see, is proven to help us to create richer lives for ourselves, and it's proven to help us to create richer lives for those around us. Now, as I left the room that day, and I was thinking about why I felt so positive and so energized after that, despite the fact that I felt so negative at the start, and I thought I'd take a moment to reflect on what it was that made me feel that way. As I reflected, it actually occurred to me that this concept of giving isn't something that's new to me, but it's something that I've been doing throughout my life. So at the age of 11, when I was helping the baby ballerinas at our annual dance show, or at 14, when I was coaching a netball team, or at 16, when I agreed to coach aerobics at 3 schools across Wellington City, or at 22, when I was organising the aerobics competitions that I had been competing in for years. Or this year, at the age of 30, when I've been a member of the Finance Social Committee, when I've signed up to volunteer at Crisis at Christmas to help homeless people, where I've donated blood for the first time. The power of giving is not something that's uncommon to me. But you may be wondering, why would you take on all these things when you don't get anything in return? But to me, the answer is so clear, because so many people have given up their time to help me, and I just simply want to return the favor, because without all of these people, without all of you, I would not be who I am today. Now in 2016, at the age of 30, the most important thing I have done is to sign up to be your Vice President of Education for City Criers Toastmasters Club. I've taken on the responsibility to help this club to grow and to develop, because this club has given me so much in the last 2 years. The power of giving is all around us in this room, in this club. Whether it's the fact that you've introduced a new guest to Toastmasters, or you've helped to organize an event, or simply taken the moment to write feedback for each speaker's speech at a meeting. We all have the opportunity here to give to each other. It doesn't matter if you're new to Toastmasters or you have been here for years, because your knowledge and your ideas are important and are valuable. I'm here today delivering my 10th speech in my Competent Communicator Manual, and I wholeheartedly believe it is because of you and all of our other City Criers members that I'm here today. It is your support, your encouragement, and your motivation that has driven me to be here and to get this far. So all I hope, fellow Toastmasters, is that we can continue on this journey of giving together. Whether it's the chance to take a moment like Caius did a few weeks ago to spend half an hour and give me feedback for my speech. Maybe you want to return this favor to someone else. Or perhaps you just take a moment at the end of the meeting today to say, Charles, well done, your speech was fantastic tonight. Any effort that you make will help to support this club, and it will help to support and develop you as a person as well. So if there's one thing I can leave you with tonight, it is that the gift of giving does not need to be extravagant. It merely needs to be a thing, because the smallest of things can create the biggest of differences. As you sit here tonight, think about what you could do to make a difference to someone in this room, and let's continue this journey of giving together.
Thank you very much for that, Alyssa.
What makes a good speaker great? Not a good speech, a good speaker great. Someone who is unafraid at the start of a speech to wait. Someone who is not looking at the ground when they are thinking through their next comment. Someone who speaks with authority and presence, because this is their stage. This is their audience. Alyssa has been a good speaker since she has joined our club, but today was the next level of showmanship and class. It is important as a speaker to engage your audience. It is necessary to be captivating at the next level, which is something I was honoured to experience from her today. And it was an honour to hear Alyssa's journey, because that is what a great speaker does. They tell a story and they let you in. They share with you something that makes them vulnerable. You walk out of this room remembering what they had to say. I could spend much more than 3.5 minutes talking through the incredible list and somewhat flowery language that I've written down to describe Alyssa's wonderful, infatuating performance today. I'm going to do something unconventional. I want to skip to a recommendation. And I say this as a double-edged sword, because this recommendation is something that someone only recently introduced to me, and it's a concept called the guru. The guru is the person who shows you your lesson. The guru is the person that tells you to look inside, to see something that perhaps you hadn't seen before. And Alyssa was our guru tonight, but a great speech doesn't necessarily talk about what you learn from yourself. It also pays attention to what you've learned from others. Alyssa got there in a roundabout sense, but to be a truly remarkable speaker, which I am pretty certain Alyssa is there for already. If you reference that you reacted, perhaps you were like me, you're not quite as selfless as Alyssa, and you feel a bit selfish with your time, but someone else shows you how to be better, then your audience can learn that from you in the way you learnt it from them. It's an extremely advanced concept that someone introduced to me the other day, and one I know Alyssa was ready for. So let's bring it back to all the positives in Alyssa's speech, because the one thing balancing this guru idea is Alyssa's honesty. Because no matter how controlled she was, how poised, how much she spoke with authority and credibility, it was the honesty that made the true audience connection tonight. I don't give a damn about that. It was that honesty that quite literally brought a tear to my eye tonight. Alyssa has always walked with presence and control on the stage. She is aware of everything she does, from the shoulder stance to make herself feel bigger, to the sideways movements that say, this is my stage. She knows what she's doing, she owns it. So for all of us, when we leave this room and when we come back again, remember, this is your stage. Be like Alyssa, both in body and in spirit, and hold ourselves up very tall indeed. Thank you.